Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on the channel. Today's video, a bit of a different video, more of a themed video today, and some people may think that this video is a bit early. For some it probably is, but I'll basically say what it is. So this is my Christmas watch list for this year, all the films that I plan on watching or have watched as of so far this year for Christmas basically. There's multiple reasons why I've already started this. Some people won't start until the 1st of December, some people even closer than that, but for me personally, I'm doing it because of the amount of Christmas films that I have to watch, and the fact that there are already new Christmas films being released. For example, Red One, which came out yesterday, and there's new Christmas Netflix original films coming out. So I think it's reasonable to start watching Christmas films now. I don't think it's bad. The Christmas adverts are playing on television. So if you want to save this video until December, then by all means do. But I thought I'd get it out there. Maybe help people gather their own Christmas watch list for the year. Hear other people's thoughts, because I may have some missing that people watch every year. I think I got most of them. I may have missed a few. But yeah, I just thought I'd show off. So first off, I'll show you the one which I'm watching tonight, which is a new one. Came out Monday, got it today, and I'm going to watch it tonight. And that is Prancer, A Christmas Tale. Yeah, I was just scrolling through Amazon, and this came up. And they had like a little short clip trailer type thing, 30-second thing, that I watched, and I thought it looked like a delightful, fun little Christmas film. I like James Cromwell, all the way back in when he was in Babe, which is probably the first thing I saw him in. Yeah, it looks like a sweet enough film, so I'll give that a watch tonight and see what that was like. And then the two which I have seen already so far this year, the first Christmas film I watched of the year was A Boy Called Christmas, which I got last year but never watched. I had seen it before when it came out, but I bought it last year and never unsealed it, so I thought I'd give it a watch as my first Christmas film this year. And yeah, really love it. We got the late Maggie Smith in this, one of her final film roles, and just a great ensemble cast. You've got Toby Jones, Jim Broadbent, Kristen Wiig, Sally Hawkins, Stephen Merchant, loads of people. I'm probably forgetting people. I'm just looking on the back to see if I've forgotten any big people. No, I think that's mainly it for the big actors. But yeah, it's just a delightful British Christmas staple for me now, I would say. So yeah, that's A Boy Called Christmas. And then Monday night, I watched The Night Before, which I haven't seen for a few years, so I thought, yeah, this is the year to watch it again. And yeah, this is your typical raunchy Seth Rogen, rude comedy, just set around Christmas. It's got all the jokes, not all of them land, some of them really do land. Your typical drug, middle-aged men type thing that you expect from Seth Rogen now. And yeah, I enjoyed it. I think between him, Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Anthony Mackie, they have really good chemistry together. They bounced off of each other well. And yeah, it's a serviceable Christmas comedy in a small bracket of like raunchy comedies, of which I've got quite a few, which we'll go through. Now onto the 4Ks. I've not seen any of these so far this year. This one, the ever controversial, is it a Christmas film? Is it not a Christmas film? Die Hard. I've put it in the pile because the very first time I watched it, which going back a few years ago, was just after Christmas. It's set at Christmas. Therefore, for me, I consider it to be a Christmas film. It's set on Christmas Eve. It doesn't have to have come out at Christmas to be a Christmas film, in my opinion. Argue all you want if you don't believe that, but I am of the firm belief that this is a Christmas film and it should be watched at Christmas time. So that is Die Hard, which I will definitely be watching this year. Next we have How the Grinch Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey. One that when I originally watched, I didn't care for it at all. Wasn't my type of film, thought it was a bit weird, and then I gave it another go a few years ago, and I absolutely fell in love with it. The charm, just Jim Carrey as the Grinch, just loved it, just loved the story. So yeah, that's one that I shall be watching again this year. Then we have another one that is and isn't a Christmas film. It didn't come out at Christmas, but it is set at Christmas. But I think more people think this is a Christmas film than not, and that is Gremlins, a classic 80s comedy. Yeah, staple for me every Christmas. And then the big Christmas film that I think everybody watches at Christmas, Home Alone. I always watch this every Christmas without fail. This is one that I will not miss every Christmas, every year. Love this film. Just a classic. Want to try and get my hands on the second one because I love that one just as much. But the Blu-ray is out of print, so I'm hoping for a 4K release at some point in the near future, maybe next year, hopefully. Then we have It's a Wonderful Life, which you could kind of say isn't a Christmas film, but it starts and it ends during Christmas. And it's about an angel coming down, that sort of thing. It's a bit like a Christmas Carol in a way, but I love it. I love Jimmy Stewart, one of my favourite actors. Yeah, so we'll definitely be giving this another watch again this year. Then on to my standard Blu-rays. I'm going to try and go in alphabetical order. First up we have A Christmas Number One which I got last year. It's not a great film, but it's not one that I will get rid of because I do love a good Christmas film, whether it's really good or bad. It just helps get me into the Christmas spirit. It's a bit of a downer, this one. It's about a man whose niece is ill, and she wants him to I don't even know. I'll be 100% honest, I can't remember what it's about. I only remember bits of it, so I probably will watch it again this year, see what it's like. But if you like these sorts of films, it's serviceable enough. Then we have another Christmas staple every year for me, Arthur Christmas. I remember seeing this at the cinema when it came out. And yep, I just watch it every year now. Love it. It's Aardman. Love a good Aardman film. Got great voice cast. James McAvoy, Hugh Laurie, Bill Nye, Jim Broadbent, Imelda Staunton, Ashley Jensen. Just a fantastic voice cast and just a really good, heartwarming Christmas film. Then we have back to the raunchy comedy films, Bad Santa and Bad Santa 2. I enjoy both of these films. Thurman Merman cracks me up every time. Billy Bob Thornton, I just love. They're both on the same par, really. They're both equally the same quality, I would say. They give me a good laugh, and they're not too long, an hour and a half. So yeah, these are ones that I'll stick on closer to Christmas. Then following on, we have Die Hard 2, again, set on Christmas Eve. So if it's set on Christmas Eve, regardless of what time of the year it came out and the overall themes of the film, I consider it to be a Christmas film. And I love this just as much as the first one. I love, what's his name? How have I forgotten his name? William Sadler is the villain. Yeah, you got William Atherton as well in this. Obviously Bruce Willis. The late John Amos, who passed away recently, who's also known for Coming to America. But yeah, Die Hard 2. Then we have another Christmas staple for me, Elf. Love this film, one that I should probably upgrade to 4K. Maybe next year. Yeah, what can be said about Elf? It's just another heartwarming, just a great staple for me. One that I discovered last year and is again running theme, is going to be a Christmas staple for me because I absolutely fell in love with this film, and that is The Family Man with Nicolas Cage and Tia Leone. Love this film, about a man who has it all. He's single, he's wealthy, he's a Wall Street trader, he's living the best life, and then one night just before Christmas he wakes up next to the girlfriend that he left years ago, and he's got 2 kids. He works at a car. Works at a car dealership, his life's completely different, and he's got to try and deal with that. Love this film. Love Nick Cage is just great in this film. Just love these sorts of films. Yeah, just a great Christmas film. If you've not seen this, high recommendation from me for this one if you can get your hands on it. This is the American import, which is region free, and I got it for about £10 on eBay. So yeah, one definitely worth checking out. Then we have Four Christmases, which is okay. It's one I'll probably watch sooner because it's not one that I am attached to that much, one that I like that much. So yeah, that one I might give a go some point next week maybe. Then we have another one that I love, one I remember seeing at the cinema and just love him. Fred Claus with Paul Giamatti, who's one of my favourite actors, and Vince Vaughn, again one of my favourite comedic actors. Paul Giamatti plays Santa, and Vince Vaughn plays his brother Fred, who's a bit of a screw up. But he has to help his brother with Christmas, basically, coming back together with Christmas. And you've also got Miranda Richardson, who plays Mrs. Claus. John Michael Higgins, who you might know from the Pitch Perfect films, alongside Elizabeth Banks, who's also in the Pitch Perfect films. Rachel Weisz, who plays Vince Vaughn's love interest. Kathy Bates, who plays their mum. And Kevin Spacey, who's like this businessman that's come to see if Christmas should be cancelled, just finish, basically. Great film. Yeah, another one that I definitely recommend if you've not checked it out. Then we have Get Santa, which again I got last year. I've seen it before, but never got around to watching it last year. In this one, Jim Broadbent plays Santa, and he crashes his sleigh and gets amnesia and forgets who he is. And he comes across this young boy and his father, played by Rafe Spall, who are trying to help him save Christmas, basically. You've got Warwick Davis, who plays one of the elves, or I don't know if he actually is an elf, or whether he's mistaken for an elf, I can't remember. You've got Jodie Whittaker, who plays his mum. Stephen Graham, I can't remember who he plays in the film. Joanna Scanlon, who I really like as well. Yeah, really good. Ewan Bremer, really good cast in this one. Yeah, one that I'll definitely be watching this year. Then another Paul Giamatti Christmas film, a new Christmas staple for my list. We're watching this on Christmas Eve because my mum, well, nobody else in my family has seen this yet, so I've said, yeah, this is one we're watching on Christmas Eve this year, and that is The Holdovers, set over the Christmas break when the holdovers, the kids at a boarding school, have nowhere to go over Christmas, and Paul Giamatti is the teacher who has to look after them. You've got Divine Joy Randolph, who won an Oscar for her performance in this film, who plays the she's like the cook, I think, the head cook, and she lost her son in Vietnam. Brilliant performance from her. Brilliant film all around, The Holdovers. Then we have another one I love. So many good Christmas films here. The Holiday, another one that I watch every year, just really puts me in a good Christmassy mood. These are the sorts of films that I'm probably going to leave to December because they're ones that I really love. I'm going to watch the average ones now, get them out of the way. A lot of the streaming ones, which I won't mention here, I'll probably try and watch this month. But The Holiday, about two different people who switch their lives, switch homes. Cameron Diaz goes and lives in Kate Winslet's cottage in England, and Kate Winslet goes and lives in Cameron Diaz's house in LA. Cameron Diaz meets and falls in love with Jude Law, and Kate Winslet meets and falls in love with Jack Black. And yeah, just it's a Nancy Meyers film. She did Something's Got to Give, It's Complicated, The Intern, What Women Want. Great writer. Yeah, The Holiday. Then we have Jingle All the Way, another great Christmas film. Really find this funny. Arnie, he's just great in this. Another quotable one. Yeah, great one that one is. Then one that I discovered last year again, which is a Sky original. I actually loved this film, and that is Last Train to Christmas with Michael Sheen, Carrie Elwes, and Natalie Emmanuel. I mentioned this in my most recent collection video, I believe. Depending on when this video goes up, you may have seen that already, or you may not yet have seen it. I don't know when this video is going to go up. I might save it until next week actually, so you probably will have seen my most recent collection video by the time you've seen this. But yeah, great, just really good Christmas film about a man. It's set in the 80s. A man who is a successful businessman who owns a nightclub. He's like a local celebrity, and he's engaged to a much younger woman. And his brother, and his fiance, and his wife gets on a train to go home for Christmas. And Michael Sheen basically passes through the carriages, and each carriage he passes through, he travels through time and has a chance to change his life and the way things are. Again, got Christmas Carol elements to this, but it's really heartwarming, really good. Michael Sheen's excellent in this. Who else is in this? You've got Hayley Mills, that's it. Hayley Mills, she's got a really good small performance in this as well. Yeah, Last Train to Christmas. Then we have Last Christmas, another one that I love. I put this in the same category as the next film, which is Love Actually. Great British romantic comedy films that I love, I watch every year. This one, obviously about a young woman who's kind of lost her way. She works as an elf at a Christmas shop that's open all year round, which is run by Michelle Yeoh's character. And Emma Thompson plays her mum. She's excellent in this, very funny. And it's about her trying to... she meets a stranger who changes her outlook on life and Christmas. Yeah, good film, that one. And then obviously Love Actually, interconnected stories of all these strangers falling in love during Christmas. Yeah, lovely, love this film. Sorry, don't know what I was saying there. Then we have The Man Who Invented Christmas, which again, it's just an okay film, nothing special. It's about Charles Dickens as he wrote A Christmas Carol and the story behind A Christmas Carol, and the characters in his head coming alive, being played by the likes of Christopher Plummer, who's playing Scrooge. Who else is in this? Trying to look to see. Jonathan Pryce, I don't know, can't remember who he plays. Obviously Dan Stevens plays Charles Dickens. I'm trying to see who else is in this, but doesn't really say on the back, and I can't really remember. I want to say really randomly, I want to say like Miriam Margolyes is in this as well. Lots of British actors, but it was an okay film. I remember watching it at the cinema, so I'll give it another go this year. Then we have The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, another average Christmas film, not one that I hold fondly. Not a Christmassy Christmas film, like really Christmassy, but yeah, it is an alright film, so I'll give that another go this year. One that isn't a Christmas film, but I watched this between now and Christmas because of when it is set, and that's Planes, Trains and Automobiles, which is obviously set during Thanksgiving, which we don't celebrate over here, but it still has that Christmassy holiday feel to it, which is why I've put it in this list. I only watched it for the first time this year. It is now one of my favourite comedies. The duo that is Steve Martin and John Candy are excellent. I absolutely love them in this. And it's just a really, really heartwarming and absolutely hilarious film at the same time. So yeah, Planes, Trains and Automobiles. One that over the years my opinions have changed. When I was growing up, this was probably my favourite Christmas film. I left it quite a few years, now an adult. Went back and watched it last year and didn't like it that much, and that's The Polar Express. And that is very shocking to me personally, because not only did it used to be my favourite Christmas film, but it's Tom Hanks, who's an actor I love, Robert Zemeckis, who is one of my, if not my favourite director, who together him and Tom Hanks created my favourite film of all time, and it's a Christmas film. I'm going to watch it again this year, see if my opinion moves, but yeah, I didn't like it as much as I remember. Next up, we have one that's not Christmassy Christmas, but I suppose it sort of is, and I watch it every year. Serendipity, John Cusack, Kate Beckinsale, about two strangers who meet during Christmas, I think it is. And they say they let fate determine whether they're going to meet again and if they're meant to be together. And yep, just have to see what happens, basically. You got Molly Shannon, Jeremy Piven, Bridget Moynihan, Eugene Levy, who is great in this. Yeah, two people that are in the most recent season of Only Murders in the Building, which I'm catching up on at the moment. Shout out to that if you've not seen it. Definitely a great series that I recommend checking out. Just a side note. But yeah, Serendipity. Then we have Scrooged with Bill Murray, another one that I don't love, but I've not seen it that much, so I think it's one that might grow on me the more I watch it, because I do like Bill Murray. Then we have The Star, another one I saw at the cinema years ago. I remember it being alright. Got it last year or the year before. Haven't gone back to it yet, so hoping this year is the year. Office Christmas Party, another raunchy Christmas comedy that I love. Watch it every year, find it really funny. As the title suggests, it's about an office Christmas party with the likes of Jason Bateman, Olivia Munn, TJ Miller, Kate McKinnon and Jennifer Aniston, who plays their boss. Yeah, really funny film, this one. As I say, one I watch every year. Then we have Miracle on 34th Street, just a great classic Christmas film. Richard Attenborough as Santa, about a little girl who meets him and believes, and he says he's Santa, and everyone thinks he's lying and making it up, and it's like, it turns into like a courtroom thing. Really good film. Really like this film. Then we have Surviving Christmas, another one that I'd put in the category of just average Christmas films. You got Ben Affleck, excuse me, who's like a big executive, and he's spending Christmas alone, and he decides he wants to go back to his childhood home, of which his family no longer lives at, and stay there over the holidays. But the family that lives there aren't too happy about that until they're told that they'll be given an extreme amount of money, but they still don't get on. You've got James Gandolfini, Christina Applegate, who plays their daughter, and Catherine O'Hara. Funny film, one that, again, as I say, I'll watch again this year. Might like it more than I did before, but yeah, Surviving Christmas. Then we have, I'm going to show the back because there's only a specific one. Christmas Vacation, another one that I probably should upgrade to 4K, another one of my favourites. Just love Chevy Chase in these films. Probably the best one, Christmas Vacation, let's face it. Yeah, just hilarious. Then we have three more. Violent Night, another more recent Christmas staple that I'm going to watch every year. Love this. David Harbour as Santa, basically taking out these mercenaries that have broken into a mansion and held the family hostage, taking them out violently, John Wick style. Just great Christmas film. Then we have White Christmas. Yeah, I like this one. I've only seen it the once, so one that I should really rewatch again this year to see if I really do like it. But yeah, classic nonetheless. And finally, another average one, Why Him? Bryan Cranston, James Franco and Zoe Deutsch. About a father who goes to meet his daughter's boyfriend for the first time over Christmas, but he hates him, and he's just like kind of like, why him? Bit like Meet the Parents, but at Christmas. Yeah, why him? So sorry that's gone on almost half an hour, but as you know, I do like to talk, and there was quite a lot to show you. Let me know if there are any of those that you watch every year, what your watch list is this year. Any that I'm missing from my list that I should add to the collection. If I do add them, there probably will be late editions in December, because I'm not planning on spending any more money until maybe Black Friday for the rest of this month, because I've spent quite a bit this month already. But that's it. So if you like the video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, turn your notification bell on so you know when I have a new video uploaded to the channel, comment down below anything and everything. As you know, I get back to anyone that takes the time to leave me a comment, because I really do appreciate it. And that's it. So until next time everyone, take care, goodbye.